Hey, I'm Daphne, and this is the lyric breakdown for Confessions to an Ex. So the first line is, I went to see a band I didn't like, hoping I'd see you instead. And that's talking about when I was at Laneway Festival earlier this year, and I also knew my ex was going. I went to the DJ stage, which is not really music that I tend to gravitate towards, especially when the indie stage was happening at the same time. And I stayed there for a few songs, hoping that I'd see her. Poor call, I would recommend against. So out of touch under the flashing lights, I should have stayed with my friends. That's talking about being at the DJ stage, wanting to be with your friends would have been more fun. I know that we're not talking in the end, but still I sent you a text. I made the rookie error of messaging an ex when maybe shouldn't have. Another message and I can't defend confessing that to an ex. And that's just talking about like, shouldn't have messaged probably. Because you take, then you're gone. Couldn't take anymore. That's talking about like putting up with exes in like the sort of context you have to see them all the time in, or especially with someone in my position where I'm constantly writing music about situations that have already happened and they see that all the time. Like I can see why that would be frustrating. So anyway, we stopped following each other on socials and stuff, the classic. Anyway, we're chilling now. She's cool, no hate. Next is the chorus, and we want it to be really stupid and silly. What's the most ridiculous thing you could confess to them that's like so over the top you would never like actually do it, like it's ridiculous? They're just confessions to an ex, like you're the reason I'm depressed. That's a horrible thing to say, but it's kind of funny because it's just like so over exaggerated. I think I lost my self-respect when I confessed it to an ex. Kind of obvious, that one. I thought that you might like to know. Oh no! I had to throw away my phone because otherwise you'd keep messaging them. I keep on running out of breath with all these confessions to my ex. You've said so many, you don't have any air left to keep saying them. All right, then we get into verse 2. A running conversation in my head. I seem to like them the most. That's just talking about overthinking things. Defibrillator straight into the chest because I self-diagnose. Trying to figure out things that fix your problems that probably won't fix your problems. Like you don't need a defibrillator unless your heart is arrhythmic or whatever. And that wasn't the symptom. It was like, oh, you're just a bit sad. And I would swear to God, I'm not obsessed, but then you heard all my songs. That's how I have a whole mixtape about this one person. There's not too many secrets there. And then being a bit silly again, we had they're just confessions to another ex, like implying not this one. It's like, oh, I'm talking about someone else who also didn't respond. Like he also did the exact same things, which is not the case. So it's like, oh, I'm talking about someone else that all this really specific stuff happened to. All right, last bit, we get to the bridge. I didn't know how to express. I'm signing off with O and an X. You know, when you're kind of talking a bit flirty, you got like the, knots and crosses of kisses and hugs and whatever. Then sort of talking about how you've been. So like, I've been fine. It's obviously underwhelming. Can't decide if we should talk when you've been telling all my friends absolutely everything. Because she was still friends with my friends and keeping them involved in her like lives and stuff. And then they would tell me stuff and I'd be like, I don't really want to be in this position. And the final line of that, the big confession is, you're not a very good friend. And that's a bit heavier. Since we've broken up, we're not really friends. And that's okay because you're broken up. But it's kind of sad to come to that realization that you're maybe not really friends anymore. Anyway, that's the song, Confessions to an Ex. Go listen to it. Thanks so much for watching this little bit, and I hope you like the song.